Start in the name of Allah Almighty, the one who knows the secrets of hearts and the one who is present everywhere. Dear students, I welcome you all once again to the online classes. This is me, Salim Razam Irani from Degree College Shadadpur. Now, today we are here to discuss the very fourth poem from class first year for our fourth lecture, for our fourth class. Now the poem that is the fourth poem in class first year is Line from the Deserted Village, written by Oliver Goldsmith, who was born in 1728 and died in 1774. Oliver Goldsmith was a great poet of his time. And when we go through this poem, that is Lines from the Deserted Village, we see that the poet is speaking about his village, about his affection, love for his village. And he remembers the days he spent over there. But when we look at the name, it is Deserted Village, and these are the lines from that poem, Deserted Village. The very word deserted means if any area is deserted, we don't find people over there. If any area that is considered deserted is the area where not only the people, even the animals may not be found. What happened to the village that of the poet, that now it is considered as deserted? The poet tells through his line. The poet describes this poem in the sense that when he was child, he spent all his happy days over there at his village, and his village was fertile, rich in the sense that people all the time were busy with the work, especially in the field, busy with certain domestic activities. At the same time, the youngsters enjoyed their sports merrily, happily. And the old ones also enjoyed the sports by watching the youngsters playing over there. The poet even describes the busy mill where people gathered in order to get their flour grinded. He also mentions even the temple of the village, that how beautifully it looked. And overall atmosphere, environment of the village, that was very pleasant. The poet feels that spring came to his village before its time, and people were very happy. The lifestyle of the people was usual, very simple, and they had simple joys of life. But now the things have changed. There isn't anything like it used to be. What happened? The things changed and there is nothing like that. What is the reason? The poet tells us the reason. And then poet laments over the situation. He is disappointed that how in the very beginning people lived and how the condition of the village this time looks deserted, because no people are there, no people can be found over there, no work in the field like it used to be, no sports under the shade of the green trees as it used to be. This happened when the human feelings were ignored, when human values were neglected, when the machines took the place of the people. See, when we use the machines, they are used in order to facilitate us, for the facility of the people. But what happened there? People were not given the facilities. The farmers, especially, that the poet is concerned about, they were ignored. They were not looked after properly. And this way, all the things reversed, they changed from positive to negative. Now, basically, when we see and look at the lines, we find very famous lines that of the poet there, and that gives the true message that what the poet wants to tell. He says, "Ill fares the land to hastening ill's prey, where wealth accumulates and men decay." Now, these famous lines that of a poet are generally quoted with the message of the poet, and the message is that when people start running after wealth, they keep the feelings of the human beings and other people aside. So was the case there, and this is the downfall of a man. The poet is of the view that when we run after wealth and ignore the feelings of the people, it is not advancement, development. Rather, it is considered as the downfall of a person. Because we are not here for the collection of the money, for holding wealth as much as possible. It is not objective, and it must not be the objective of life. The purpose of life is not this thing. And the poet tells us that this was the situation. People, especially the farmers, were ignored. The farmers that are the backbone of any country, country's prosperity that depends upon the economy. The real economy, the real development, the poet is of the view, depends upon the prosperity of the farmers. Because farmers are considered as the backbone, and they were ignored. Machines replaced them. And this way, the poet is of the view that when we value wealth, when we value worldly things, and when we have no importance, no values for the people, it is the downfall, and then we are going to the world where whatsoever happens is of no use. So, dear students, the basic motive of the poet is that when we take care of our farmers, or when any country, any area is interested to take care of the farmers, that country, that area is going to be prosperous, and that area, that country may advance and get the progress. Otherwise, this is the downfall of that country or that area. So we must not in any case ignore our farmers. We must take care of them, and when our farmers are in a good condition, it means we are in a good condition. So this is the message of this poem. Now for the next class, for our next lecture. I hope that we will be there and you will attend and we will discuss the next lecture. Till then, goodbye.